Hello! Since June of last year, I've been reading the first two books of the Historia Naturalis by Pliny the Elder, and it has been wonderful. I started because I watched a certain YouTube video and wanted a more in-depth understanding of the work. It's been mind-melting at times, fascinating at others, and I decided I needed something to do with my notes, so I have created this. It may not be a video of me playing Breath of the Wild on my Switch, taken with a propped-up iPad in a pitch-black room, as is my usual style, so I do apologize to all the fans of those videos. Maybe I'll make more in the future. But it sure is something, and it's been a very, very fun hobby of mine. Most of this will be from the perspective of Pliny, making claims just in more standard, understandable English, and whenever I give my own thoughts, I'll put a little indicator on screen, and I'm sure my tone will also change pretty noticeably. Please enjoy. Alright, first off, Vespasian is great. I love that guy. This work attains its value from its association with Emperor Vespasian rather than what it includes or provides. I got a lot of help from other scholars while compiling this work, so I've credited them. Other authors are jerks and often don't credit everyone who helps them, and they just take credit for everything they publish. They're capitalizing off of others without asking for permission, and that's wrong. I don't do that. I named this work something serious and cool. Look at that! Look at how good of a name that is! Dare I say, it's perfect. I'm nothing like those Greek nerds who just name their stuff fun and cute things. It's absurd. Okay. Fine. They're still cool, I guess. You know what? Some of them are so cool that they give their works titles that imply that they're still working on them, as if they're imperfect and unfinished. Isn't that so modest? And then the few of them who do say that their works are finished are so cool. Do you understand how confident you have to be to do that? It displays their complete satisfaction and fulfillment with their creation, and everyone is envious of them because of it. Also, since this is a really large project, I am but a mere mortal, and so I'm inevitably gonna miss stuff. So as Cato says, fuck the haters, here's a directory. The heavens and the earth are eternal. They were not created, nor are they subject to destruction at any time. You pretty much gotta think of it as one big deity. It's impossible to fully understand anything past the earth and the heavens. Whatever's beyond is crazy, man, like super paradoxical. It's finite but infinite, internally and externally embraces everything within itself and is a product of itself. What's going on with that? It's so paradoxical and hard to understand that, in my opinion, it's a complete waste of time to try measuring the world and to figure out what's beyond. If we can barely understand ourselves, how are we going to successfully understand anything else? The Earth is a sphere. Why? Because it's literally the only way it could exist. Also, it looks round, so it has to be a sphere. You'd think all those orbs in the sky would be incredibly loud because of all that whirling they do. I think it's pretty confusing. Maybe they're just so loud that they're not within the range of our hearing? I don't know. Also, on the topic of sky sounds, don't you think that the stars should sound really pretty? They all orbit the Earth together, so shouldn't there be some sort of celestial harmony emanating from them? Here's my rendition. Beautiful, no? As you can see, I'm a true musician. Anyway, some people think the heavens are smooth. Yeah, they're a sphere, but the heavens are not polished and smooth like an egg. This is proven by the constellations. The constellations are pretty much indentations on the surface of the heavens. If we're looking at it from the outside, it's kind of like a golf ball that has all those indentations on its surface, but it's still a sphere. And those things that fall from the sky are pieces of celestial bodies that came off and fell to Earth. There are 4 elements: water, earth, fire, and air on some Avatar type shit. They're locked in a perfectly balanced tug of war in the center of the universe, with water and earth, the heavier elements, pulling the lighter elements, fire and air, down. This mutual pull formed the earth. Don't even start trying to figure out what God is. You're never gonna figure it out. This is just a complete waste of time. And don't think that gods are like people. Don't apply human virtues and vices to them. People are insane with religion nowadays. They make deities out of everything. You've got diseases that are worshipped just so that on the off chance that they're actually deities, they listen and stop giving people diseases. I have a nice example of this, actually. Febris, the goddess of malaria and fever, and her two kids, Dea Tertiana and Dea Cortana, named for the fact that the fever of malaria comes back every 3 or 4 days. This is very good family. Okay, anyway. Basically, there are too many gods now. People just randomly make them up. Everyone's made up their own personal god, too. Then you got people who worship gross stuff like stinking meats and whatnot. It's ridiculous. Gods don't commit crimes or adultery, by the way. Whoever's in charge of all that god stuff doesn't involve itself with human affairs. People need to calm down with how seriously they take religion. Listen, some people in politics falsely swear to Jupiter and thrive through crime. Calm down, guys. There's only one god who everyone invokes: Fortune. She's thought of as completely impartial, partly because of her inconsistency, but she's also sometimes seen as favoring the unworthy. We are so much in the power of chance that chance itself is considered as a god, and the existence of God becomes doubtful. As opposed to this belief, some reject fortune and believe that everything is predetermined by God and that nothing's up to chance. This opinion is increasing in popularity, actually, and that's why omens play such a big part in everyday life. The firm warnings of thunder and oracles, the predictions of soothsayers, and even like sneezing or stumbling can be viewed as omens. These things embarrass thoughtless mortals to such an extent that it is understood among them that nothing is certain, and that there is nothing more proud or more wretched than man. That's what separates us from the animals. All they have to worry about is surviving, for which natural fortune is enough. They never have to worry about money, ambition, or death. People do, and so we're separated from animals in that way. God can't make people immortal or bring people back from the dead. He can't change the past, and he can't, make math not work. He abides by the laws of nature, which proves that the power of nature is what we call God. That's right, folks. God is just nature.